lieutenants. Now, if we get emotionally overinvested in this or any case, we get sloppy. We get sloppy, we lose Keller. We lose Morrow, we lose the whole operation.
And the Italian sends you back to prison, or worse. And with all that at stake, you're prepared to give me a lecture on being overinvested. Listen, I know I grifted from filthy rich wankers who hardly ever miss the money, and half the time they love the thrill of being taken for a ride. But this whole Moreau business has got me thinking. Keller steals from the rich too, and a little girl ends up entertainment for it.
Do you want to go to London?
Let's go steal an auction.
Leverage is brought to you by
Even tradition. The computer records are going to be bad.
Look at that far, Richard. What's better, son?
Well, I didn't want any audio to be on this video because I'm making one right now because I was going to put music in.
They don't talk.
And you talked, but the TV's on too. On the volume, but it's fine. I can still put audio on. And I think I can mute the audio. No. Nope. Get him.
Extremely old house. They believe in tradition. The computer records are going to be bad.
Damn.
The real contracts are going to be paid for.
So that's not just for decoration? I just got to K. Hardison. I need a record of everything he sold here.
Or we could just ask the man himself.
Parker, you're up.
Your coat, sir. Hey, heads up. Here we go. Right.
What do you got, Parker?
Nothing unusual. But he does have an auction card from Claridge's.
Just got an item number on it.
857204. If the number starts with an 8, then it's a bid card. He's not selling today. He's buying something. Why?
Not sure why. But if this is his hub, I'm going to give him one more item to move through it. Parker, return the wallet, keep the bid card, find the vault. Should be filled with antiquities waiting to be processed. I need something to establish my credentials with Keller. Ellie, till they bring back up.
Keller showed up with just his bodyguard. Driver's waiting. It won't be long.
Okay, keep an eye on the front door.
Got it.
1905 style strong room. Walls 2 feet thick. Cast iron. Way ahead of its time. But probably taken out with an acetylene burner during the post-war crime waves. Retrofitted hinges and alarms in the 1980s. Thatcher's security boom, but English damp won't allow for heat sensors to work. I almost feel bad for you. Look up the number on the bid card. And get this. Keller bought a ring.
Huh. A Mason ring or an engagement ring?
A signet ring belonging to George, the Prince Regent. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, considering the priceless antiquities that Keller handles on a daily basis, this little trinket isn't worth very much.
Well, maybe he's buying it for a client.
There'd be no need to shift something like this on the black market when it's right here in the open, no. He wants this for himself. I just have to figure out why.
Parker, what do you got for me?
Oh, this place is great. I recognize over half of this stuff. Hello. Last time I saw you was at the Louvre. Well, actually, you were in the backseat of my car, but before that, you were at the Louvre.
Parker, focus.
Okay. We got Napoleonic silver. Oh, some great Russian icons. 17th century. And statue, gold guy. Loincloth, pharaoh beard, and very rectangular feet.
Falcon head, dog head, or human head?
Bird head. And I think he's smirking at me.
Okay, perfect. Statue of Ra. Bring it to me.
You mean something. You're not worth anything, so you mean something. Artisan, did you find those files yet?
Yes. Now look, when we get them over, y'all gonna have to explain the English filing system. Now as far as Keller goes, it's a big file and a small file. Big file's on sales, antiquities, mostly from Iraq and Afghanistan, all with fake provenance.
It's in a small file.
Small one is land purchases. Old manor houses up for auction all within the last 2 years, all in Scotland. Places like Loch Glenbora and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, man. It's just a bunch of random G's and N's.
Scotland. Thanks, Artisan. You can get out of there.
Okay, I'm gonna go in. You wanna play a little
I think I
Mickey
saw
Mouse?
something.
I'm going to stay on the outside for a bit. There's something about this Keller guy that's vexing me.
Hey, listen, Sophie, never intentionally put an innocent person in danger.
Just don't let him put you in danger. Good hunting.
Make sure we've got a cut out for the Spanish deal and call our man in San Lorenzo.
Ah, Mr. Keller. Yes, I believe you dropped this.
Thank you, Mr.
Jensen, Tom Jensen.
Oh, an American. Are you with Claridge's?
In a way, I have participated in some of their New York auctions.
Participated in how?
I'm a broker of merchandise, antiques mostly for private collectors. I like to let them know when something, interest becomes discovered. Yes.
Smuggling is a crime, Mr. Tom Jensen.
No, I find the goods. I don't move them. No, I heard that that was your specialty, actually.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh this yeah.
Is that your brother?
Yes. Yeah.
You buy that on the Portobello Road?
No. I have an archaeologist on payroll. That came from a dig in Egypt. Yeah, we have 4 crates of really high-end, amazing antiquities. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I have to find a way to get them back to my buyer in America, and I heard that you were the right person for that kind of job. Smell it.
He smelled it. Oh.
No, that's not from Egypt. And, listen. No, I'd say this is from the Bellingham collection, which is slated for auction in 2 weeks, which means you are either a con artist or a car.
I'm just trying to make a deal here.
Oh, hell, I'm on my way. What?
I said, who are you working for?
Elliot, you go in now. You blow the con.
Sophie, the con's already blown.
Yeah, the old one is. Not my con. The ring. Scottish manners. I know Mr. Keller's heart's desire. I beg your pardon, but you're manhandling my employee. Kindly call off your dog, Mr. Keller.
Yes, that's enough. You know my name. I can't say I've had the same pleasure.
Charlotte Prentice, 18th Duchess of Hanover.
Your Grace.
What happened? You tried the Egypt story. This statue comes from a private collection. I meet a great deal of people on their travels who wish to have such collections liquidated quickly and quietly. The buyer I have lined up for this particular piece is in America, and I've no one I can trust to traverse customs.
If your story checks out, though, on principle I would never doubt someone of your standing. I will do you the courtesy of not hunting down and killing your man here.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm not taking on any outside clients right now.
Subscribe.